Hey, good to have you here for another video on Heart Hustle. Today we're talking about something that challenges the heart and the mind: long-distance relationships. It's one of the hardest tests for love, because it's not just about missing someone. It's about learning how to stay connected when the touch, the hug, and even the look are miles away. But you know what? Distance doesn't have to mean disconnection. When two people truly care for each other, distance can become a lesson in trust, communication, and emotional maturity. It can be an opportunity to grow together, even apart. So stay with me until the end, because today I'll share with you the top 5 most powerful ways to handle a long-distance relationship. Real, practical ways that can keep your connection strong and prevent distance from turning into emotional silence. Top 5. Build a routine of communication, but don't live your life around it. When you're far from someone you love, the first instinct is to compensate for the distance with constant messages and calls. It's natural. You want to feel close. But when communication becomes obsessive, it stops connecting you and starts wearing you down. Talking all the time doesn't equal being connected. Having a routine helps. It gives structure and emotional safety. Maybe it's a call before bed, a weekly video chat, or a simple good morning and good night. What matters is that these moments happen naturally, without pressure. When communication turns into obligation, it loses warmth and becomes mechanical. You need to trust that your partner has a life outside of the phone. Work, friends, family, responsibilities. That's not a threat to the relationship. It's part of being human. Love doesn't disappear just because you're not texting every 5 minutes. Real trust is knowing that your connection exists even in silence. When balance is present, the conversations flow. You stop counting how many messages were sent and start focusing on what's truly being said. A calm silence can sometimes mean more than constant noise. That's when love breathes, when you both give each other the space to miss and to grow. In a long-distance relationship, it's not about how often you talk, but about how emotionally present you are when you do. Communication should be a bridge, not a chain. Top 4. Talk openly about expectations and boundaries. Distance amplifies every little thing. A small delay in replying can turn into a storm if communication isn't clear. That's why talking about expectations and limits is essential. Not later, not after a fight, but right from the start. A lot of couples avoid these conversations because they feel awkward or fear sounding controlling. But avoiding them only creates confusion and resentment. Telling your partner what you need, what you expect, and what bothers you isn't weakness. It's emotional maturity. Talk about what loyalty means to each of you, how often you expect to talk, what makes you uncomfortable, and where you draw the line. What's cheating to one person might not be the same to the other. When those things aren't clear, insecurity fills the gap. When they are, trust grows naturally. Setting healthy boundaries doesn't limit love. It protects it. Knowing what's okay and what isn't gives both of you peace. When everything is left unspoken, misunderstandings grow like weeds. But when you're transparent and respectful, the relationship becomes grounded and calm, even across the miles. Long-distance relationships don't survive on vague promises or assumptions. They survive on honesty, empathy, and mutual respect. And that's what separates a mature relationship from an anxious one. Top 3. Plan the reunion and set real goals. One of the strongest sources of hope in a long-distance relationship is knowing that the distance has an end. When you don't have a plan for when you'll meet again, the wait feels endless, and the love starts to fade into uncertainty. You don't need an expensive trip or a perfect plan. You just need a real one. Turn the "someday we'll see each other" into "we'll meet in this month, at this place." Having a date on the calendar gives both of you something to look forward to. It keeps the relationship alive and grounded in reality. But the reunion shouldn't be a test. Don't go into it trying to prove that your love still exists. Go to live it, to feel it, to celebrate it. If you carry too much pressure, you'll miss the beauty of the moment. Let the meeting be what it's meant to be. A reminder of everything that kept you connected when you were apart. And beyond that, talk about the future. At some point, someone will have to move, make a change, take a step. Distance can be a chapter in the story, but it can't be the whole book. For a relationship to last, it needs direction, a shared goal that both of you are working toward. When there's a plan, love stops feeling like waiting and starts feeling like building. That's what makes the difference between couples who make it and couples who don't. Top 2. Take care of yourself and your own life. A common mistake in long-distance relationships is letting your entire life revolve around your partner. Waiting for messages, counting down the days until the next call, postponing your plans. That's how you slowly lose yourself. Love should make you grow, not pause your life. You can't pour from an empty cup. The healthiest relationships, especially at a distance, are built between two people who are whole. Take care of yourself. Work on your goals, maintain your friendships, explore your interests, build your independence. The more alive and fulfilled you are, the more vibrant your relationship becomes. Self-care is not selfish. It's the foundation of balance. When you neglect yourself, you turn the relationship into your only source of joy, and that's too much weight for anyone to carry. But when you nurture your own life, you bring energy, inspiration, and confidence to the love you share. And here's the truth. Attraction grows with independence. When your partner sees you thriving, confident, smiling, and evolving, it reignites their admiration. Nobody misses a version of you that's drained and anxious. They miss the version that shines even from afar. So don't wait for love to make you feel alive. Be alive so love has something beautiful to connect with. Distance isn't a pause button. It's a space for both of you to grow individually, so that when you meet again, you meet as two stronger, fuller people. Top 1. Choose love every single day. At the heart of every long-distance relationship is a simple truth. Love is a daily choice. It's not something that happens automatically. You choose to stay, to believe, to trust, to keep loving even when it hurts. You choose to keep the connection alive, even when time and miles test your patience. Distance doesn't destroy love. Neglect does. What keeps a relationship alive is the willingness to keep showing up emotionally. It's the good morning message, the check-in, the encouragement, the trust that says, I'm still here. Love isn't only a feeling, it's an act of consistency. Choosing love every day doesn't mean ignoring the pain or pretending it's easy. It means understanding that the bond you share is worth the effort. It means not letting fear speak louder than faith. It's remembering that every moment apart is a step toward something meaningful. The reunion, the future, the life you're building together. Distance reveals whether love is a passing emotion or a lifelong commitment. When two people keep choosing each other, even from different places, the connection becomes unbreakable. The reunion then becomes more than a meeting, it becomes a celebration of resilience. Loving someone from afar isn't a weakness, it's a rare kind of strength. It's the kind of love that's chosen, nurtured, and proven every single day. If this video helped you see long-distance love in a new light, take a second to subscribe to Heart Hustle. Here we talk about love, attraction, and emotional growth with honesty. No cliches, no fake promises, just truth. Leave a like, and tell me in the comments if you've ever been in a long-distance relationship and what it taught you. And if you want to keep learning about how to build deeper, healthier connections, stay tuned, because there's a lot more coming your way. See you in the next video.